Hey guys, I'm back. I just finished doing a video about not going with somebody else's flow and standing in your authenticity. And so I came back to do a mini card read to see what is blocking people from being authentic and allowing others to dictate how they move. So I know everybody is not into card readings or whatever, so that's why I'm doing two separate videos. But I just want to see if I can get some additional messages and see what is actually blocking whoever's watching this video or whoever can benefit from it. What's blocking you from, moving forward? What's blocking you from taking that leap and standing in your divinity, walking in your divinity? So, just to give an example, I'm gonna have a moment of transparency here. I know for me, I always knew that I had a calling on my life. I knew, at a very young age that I was clairvoyant, that I was clairaudient. Well, no, I'm not even going to say I knew I was clairaudient, but I knew I was clairvoyant. I've always been a dreamer, always had visions and things like that. And certain things I just knew. I knew deep down in my soul. And when I would tell people things, they never believed me or brushed it off and, labeled me as somebody that thought I knew everything, which was fine. It is what it is. But as a result, because I knew I was different, I always played the background. Like I felt like I wasn't good enough to be around because I thought that my gifts were strange, and in turn that made me strange. And so you go by, oh well, you're supposed to do this, you're supposed to do that, because that's what your parents or your family, whoever raised you, that's what their vision of your life is. So it's kind of like, okay, I'm just gonna go with the quote unquote normal thing to do because that's the thing to do. Like that's what I'm supposed to do. But you find yourself being miserable. You find yourself being unhappy trying to fit into somebody's box. And then, you go to other things to try to, mask it. You look for your happiness in other things like drugs, alcohol, gambling, sex, whatever else, because you're not being authentic. You're not being true to yourself. And same thing I mean, well, I said I was giving an example of myself. So now I don't give a damn what nobody else think. I'm not living in somebody else's box. Slowly but surely, I've come to realize that my gift is just that. It's a gift. It's not to be hidden. It's not to be ashamed of. It's not to be played with. So when I come forth giving you guys these messages, it's my direct connection with spirit, God, source, the universe, whatever you want to say. I pray about these things before I speak them. So it's coming from an honest place. It's coming from an authentic place. And because of my relationship with myself now and my relationship with the Most High, I'm confident that I'm walking the right path, I'm doing the right thing. So there's nobody out here that can tell me, oh, you shouldn't be doing this or you shouldn't be doing that, or you should be doing that behind closed doors, you shouldn't be posting videos, or you shouldn't be reading cards. And let me tell you, me reading these cards is just a tool for me, because like I said, I'm clairvoyant, I'm clairaudient, I'm clairsentient. So I can read somebody for filth without a card. I can pick up on somebody's energy without a card. Anything that I'm saying, I could do without a card. So when people say, oh, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that, don't tell me what I should and should not do, because I'm doing exactly what I should be doing. And I'm okay with it. And if you're not okay with it, that's fine. But you're not going to discourage me from doing what I do. And I'm saying all this to say, because somebody needs to hear this, because there are people out there that are struggling with walking in their purpose. It's people out here that are ashamed of their gifts and not using them. It's people that have dumbed themselves down for so long because it was the easier thing to do. Because most people that walk on a divine path they have the a bad life. I'm not even going to say bad, but they've gone through some bad things. They've endured, hella struggle. And so we often think we're not worthy because little old me, how can I be worthy of such a great gift when I've been through hell and back? But that's exactly why you've been through hell and back, because you have a divine purpose. And your purpose is to help people that have been in those same bad situations that you've been in, and you endured and you overcame. You learned how to go within, you learned how to heal yourself, and now you can help somebody else do the same. So that's the journey that I'm on. I've been through hell and back, but guess what? I survived. I went deep within and I healed myself from the inside out. And I'm a living testimony that once you go within and you heal yourself from inside out, can't nobody tell you what you should and should not be doing, because you know that you're on the right path. You have that relationship with God. You have your relationship with spirit. You have your relationship with the universe. And as long as you're firm in that and you're authentic in that, can't nobody tell you what to do and what not to do. But again, we all still have healing to do. No matter how far we've come, we still have more to go. And it's okay. That's fine. We're, always going to be works in progress. But don't let nobody that has not even begun their process tell you what you should and should not be doing. Especially when, if it's involving your relationship with them. Like if they're telling you, oh, this is what I expect, this is what I want from you, this is what I need from you, this is how this relationship is going to go. No, that's not okay. They don't get to tell you how things are going to go with something that's involving you. Y'all can have a conversation and you all can agree on some things, but you make your own narrative. And when I say relationship, I don't just mean romantic relationships. I mean relationships with other people, period. Whether it's your boss, whether it's your kids, whether it's your lover, your husband, wife. It could be the freaking man at 7-Eleven that you go to every day. You get to decide how you relate to people. They don't get to decide that for you. They don't get to tell you which way you drive to work every day. They don't get to tell you what way you can spend your paycheck. Like, nobody gets to tell you to just go with a flow or just go with their way of doing things. You create your own way of going with things. And even when you walk with spirit, you still have free will. If he tells you, oh, do this, this, and this, should you follow him? Absolutely, because he's the creator. But you still have free will to do it your way. Now, when it comes to spirit, you do it your way. It makes things a little bit harder. But at the end of the day, you still have a choice to do what you want to do. And I'm just rambling on, and I'm supposed to be reading these cards to see what is blocking us. Because again, we're human. We have free will. Things happen. We do things outside of the way we should do them. And not just that, sometimes because we're still healing and we're still dealing with trauma from our childhoods, sometimes subconsciously things are blocking us and we don't realize, what's blocking us. So that's the purpose of me reading these cards, is to see. And because I'm doing a collective reading, it's not, one-on-one, it's not personal. This is just going to be a general reading, and it might not apply to everybody, but hopefully if you're watching this, you can get some kind of feedback on what is blocking you. Sorry. I gotta make space so I can see. So from what I can see so far, like I said, we're we're healing. Like we're healing, and we're slowly but surely building a foundation to be able to move forward and live in your divine purpose. However, there's been unhealthy attachments from unhealthy attachments from a father figure, or just even, it doesn't even have to be a father figure, but somebody older that was very stern and ruled with the iron fist, and they made you think that you didn't have any options. They made you think that you didn't have any options, and that left you in a state of confusion because it was something bigger that you wanted to do, something bigger that you wanted to do that you knew was in your heart to do, something that was your calling. But whoever this person was, or people, it could have been parents, it could have been a father, a mother, a grandmother, grandfather, whoever this familiar familial figure was like, no, what you looking over there for at that option when your options right here. What I'm telling you, you can do one of these three things. So you might as well not even look over there in that direction, because in this house we do this, in this house we do that. Could be a Capricorn or an Aries person. But it's like now you're coming out of that. Now it's okay, you're started the healing process, and you're slowly but surely building a new foundation, a better foundation. You've ended your old ways of thinking. You've ended your old ways of thinking, and now the wheel is spinning in your favor. The wheel of karma is spinning in your favor. You've done good. You've done plenty of good deeds out here, but you've kept yourself stagnant because deep down you're in a state of confusion, wondering, am I doing the right thing? Am I doing the right thing by going for what I want? Because all these people that love me, that care about me, they're going to be disappointed. They're going to be concerned. They're going to want to know why I'm doing this crazy thing. How do I go to them and tell them that I'm building a new foundation? How am I going to go to them and say I'm working on me? Because a lot of you that are watching this, whatever it is that you want to do, however it is you want to move forward, you're keeping it a secret. You're not even telling many people. And it's not that you're not telling people because you don't want people to sabotage you. You're not telling people because you're afraid to. You are afraid that people are going to look at you different and call you crazy. And you don't want that. You don't want that label. You don't want that label, but it's nagging at you. It's nagging at you to move forward. It's nagging on you to take that plunge, whether that plunge is with somebody that you love. Because I can also see somebody is on the fence about moving forward with their soulmate. Spirit has revealed to you that this is your soulmate, but you're afraid what other people are going to think, because either this person they're like, out of all these options you have, you picking this person? That's just dumb. That's stupid. If I was you, I wouldn't. Why would you want to be with him? Why would you want to be with her? So you're afraid of being with this person and mending things with this person, and building a foundation with this person because you're afraid of what your family and friends are going to think. Some of you, it's not a relationship, it's a job. Not even a job. You want to start your own business. You want to start your own business, but it's not going to be much money in it to start off with. It's not going to be much money to start off with, and you're making decent money now, and people are like, have you lost your damn mind? Like, what is going on with you that you are willing to jump out there and do something that you can't even, that you don't even know how the outcome is going to be? But you like, damn that. I know I can do it. I know I can do it. It's a scary thing. I know I can do it though. But once again, these are things that's going on within your own mind because you're not even speaking on it because you already know. But it's drama and it's conflict surrounding you because you're not being authentic. You're not telling the truth to this person. So within your home, it's a lot of conflict, but you ready to go away from that. And when I say within your home, I mean, like I said, with a spouse, with children, family members, whomever. Even the person, whoever is trying to start their own business, even within your business, I mean, within your job, it's issues. You're ready to leave that job and build somewhere else. Because it's no growth. It's no growth at your job. You don't see in many options within your job. So it's like Spirit already told you what move to make. But once again, you're afraid to make that move. You're afraid to make that move because you're afraid of what others are going to say. Because you've been going within and you've been staying to yourself, trying to figure it out, trying to ask Spirit for healing and for understanding and clarity. And He's speaking to you, but I think some of you don't even know He's speaking to you. But He's speaking to you in different ways. You're just not picking up on it. Yeah, you're mentally conflicted, but a tower moment is going to happen. Something is going to come in, it's going to force you to make the change because right now you've been stubborn and not taking the first step. You're afraid to take that leap of faith. Like I said, whomever, whatever the situation is, like I said, it could be work, it could be a relationship, but I definitely see somebody is all up in their head about something and they afraid to take a step, and Spirit is going to jump in. Spirit is going to jump in and make you take that and make some stuff crumble around you so that you have to rebuild. And it's going to bring you happiness. It's going to bring you emotional fulfillment after it's all said and done. It's going to bring emotional fulfillment and it's going to bring love. And whether that love is, again, a relationship or whether that love is for your new life, it's going to bring in abundance and love. You're going to come off the fence. You're not going to be on the fence about did I do the right thing or whatever, because it's going to be evident. It's going to be evident in everything. It's going to bring you money. It's going to bring you love. It's going to bring you emotional fulfillment. All that heartache that you went through in the past, all those different things that you went through in the past is no more. Because the sun is going to come out after this heartbreak of this tower moment, whatever moment is coming down, crashing around you. After that, the heartache of that, you're going to be happy. And you're going to be glad that that moment happened. Because even though you weren't brave enough to do it on your own, it still happens. It still happens. So clearly what's blocking you is, like I said, you allowing other people to dictate to you what you got going on and what you should be doing. Instead of you just taking the initiative and doing what you want to do without anybody else's opinion or worrying about what others think of you. Yeah, you gotta stop going with other people's flow. Stop going with other people's flow and go with your own. These cars don't want to talk. They're like, Yeah, but it's time to build. It's time to get off that fence. Start all over again. Start all over again on the authentic side and not the deceptive side. Be true to yourself. Be honest with yourself. Stop negative self-talk. You talking to yourself in a negative manner. Man, this not gonna work, or this not what's for me. I don't know what to do. I'm not good enough. And you can't ignore the red flags. Accept help from people. Accept help, but the positive help. Like, don't, that's like receiving a backhanded compliment from somebody. You look nice, but if I was you, I would have did blah 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 instead. No, you give somebody a compliment, you look nice, and that's it. Period. So first, number one, advice number one: stop talking to yourself negatively because you begin to believe it. Number two, ignore the red flags. Meaning when people come to you, when you do share your news with somebody else or your ideas, you're bouncing off ideas, pay attention to how people react to those ideas. And I'm not saying everybody should just tell you what you want to hear and be on board with all your ideas, but listen to the sincerity in their voice. Listen to how they respond, because that will tell you what you need to hear. If you're really in tune with your intuition, it'll tell you everything you need to hear. And don't let their negative feedback, or if they don't understand your vision, don't let their negativity interfere with how you move forward. Because even if they don't understand your vision or your idea, it doesn't mean that it's a bad idea. It just means it's not for them. And guess what? At the end of the day, if you do try something and it doesn't work out, scratch that idea and move on to the next one. But whatever is for you is for you. And if it keeps calling you and nagging at you, then 9 times out of 10, it's a good idea. And people just hating on your idea. But just go for it. Go for it. Go for it. So I didn't drug on long enough. I hope somebody got something out this video, because I was just rambling. I don't even remember half the stuff I said. But I hope that I was able to touch somebody, help somebody that needed to hear something in this message. Even if you didn't need to hear the whole message, hopefully you picked something from it. And before I go, I'm going to say one more thing. I have been inconsistent with posting videos because of my own hangups. And I had a good friend say to me, do your videos anyway, record them anyway. Even if you don't post them, record them and you can post them later. And that's what I mean by, like, if you don't have a conversation with somebody and you leave with one positive thing or one little nugget of good information, you shouldn't be associating with these people. Because you have to have people in your life that encourage you or see the bigger picture even when you don't see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and sometimes things will go over our head when we're in the midst of having a conversation, but you might go back later and be like, "Dang, he or she said blah blah blah," and it makes a whole lot of sense. Or they said this and they said that, and I didn't even know they paid me that much attention, or I didn't even know they cared. The higher you vibrate, the more you're going to attract the people that are supposed to be in your lives, that are going to give you those words of encouragement, that are going to support you. Even if they don't see your vision, they see God in you. You know what I'm saying? Like, they see the divine in you, and they're going to be supportive even if they don't totally understand what your vision is. Those are the people you need to be around. The people that allow you to be you and don't comment or criticize the fact that you've changed. Yeah, you've changed, but you're healing and you're growing the hell up. So that's a good thing. Okay, I'm getting off my soapbox now. I'm done. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. And I'm going to be more consistent with posting, and I hope you guys continue to watch. So I'll check y'all later. Peace.